guys, welcome back to another 5 weekly favorites. Happy Friday.
We haven't filmed in forever.
I know, I was like, did we miss 2 5 weekly favorites? Yeah, I think we might have missed 2 with Thanksgiving. We were away and it's the busy time of year for, well, Dyad specifically. So we've just been pouring candles, busy bees, but yeah, we really have. We're happy to be back filming. First up is this razor. It's by Athena Club and Barbie, and we have had the worst luck finding like a good razor. Our mom got us the flamingo razors last year, and they were like a really cute lilac color, but they worked horribly, literally so bad. And then before that, for years, we would buy like the disposables at Target. Yeah. But you could use them for a while. Like it's like that 5-pack of like the pink razors that are like 5 blades. Yeah. Like they were really good quality, but those also went downhill. Yeah, and the Amazon ones. And they increased the prices. Yeah. So after flamingo, then we went back to the disposable razors, and then Beauty Pie had gifted us with their new razors, and they were like made in Germany, and the actual razor itself was really weighted and heavy, but the blades were awful and like would fall off at any given moment. Well, and I feel like theirs, like the actual blades were super sharp, which was great for getting a close shave, but it didn't have any sort of protection around it, so it felt like almost like too like aggressive, like it needed some sort of like plastic piece around it to like protect your skin. And I felt like, yeah, like the handle's nice and heavy, but when the handle's so heavy and the blade is so tiny, it like the ergonomics did not work. Well, mine just constantly fell off, like would not stay on. So that was my main issue. So then I saw this on Target website. They have 3 different colorways. There's like a pink and pink one, this turquoise and pink one, and then another. They're all cute. They're all so cute, and I think they were pretty affordable. And so I sent it to Carly. I was like, we have to find these, and we waited for them to come in store and picked them up. And I love everything about this. First of all, I did drop this. Like I put it on my wall because it comes with a little magnet. That's another thing I love about it. It comes with like a magnetic circle that you adhere to your wall, and then this piece like magnetizes to it so it hangs, which I will say we haven't tried Billy, and we haven't tried the other one that's popular. Yeah. So I'm sure those are good too, but this is just like what we've got. Yeah, well, this is the cutest one I've ever seen. Yeah, and we love the pink and blue. Yeah, it's so adorable. It reminds me of childhood. Yeah, especially with the lilac purple, like all 3 together. So I had hung it on my shower and I was cleaning my shower and I accidentally knocked it, and the blade came off, and I was like, oh no, like another repeat offender. Like I'm not gonna be able to get this back on. And it took some like major will or manpower or women power, I don't know how you say it, to get it back on, but it's been so secure ever since. So that's my issue. Some blades like pop off and won't go back on, but this one went back on right away. It's super sharp. You get like a close shave. I love everything about it. I like the angle. Yeah. I've never realized how much this angle could help. That's true. When you shave your legs. Yeah. So I really love that. Yeah. It's so good. Okay, we haven't talked about like a lot of our Sephora sale purchases. Yeah. So we have some in our monthly favorites we're filming today, but then this one we put in weekly. And it's the Sephora collection Rouge Gel Lip Liner in Sink or Suede, number 28. It's still sold out online. I know everyone talked about this. And it's just a really great cool toned lip liner, which is really hard to find a cool tone, kind of like pink mauve lip liner. I feel like so many lip liners lean warm, or they're just like brown cool tones. So I love the color so much, and I have it on today with a lip oil. Yeah, I have it on with a lipstick over top. And I do really love it, but a lot of people are saying this is like their favorite formula, and no, I don't think that. I still prefer wooden pencils over this. Wooden pencils, just like they tend to have more wax in the formulation. They tend to have more pigment. Yeah, so like the wax kind of like creates a barrier so that it can last a long time and not budge as much. I feel like this doesn't it doesn't get out of your lip lines, which is great. Like if it was that creamy, I would. It is kind of a gel. Like it's like a gel, but it's not so creamy that like, so I've returned lip liners when like it's so creamy that it's just like migrating everywhere. So yeah, it doesn't migrate, but when you first apply it, it has like a little sticky, tacky texture, and it is really thin and comfortable. Basically what I'm getting at is it's a great lip liner for the color, but it's not my favorite formula. But I know people have been raving about this formula, so maybe it's just us, but I've been a wooden pencil gal forever, and I will continue to be. Wooden pencil lip liners for life. My top 3 formulas are for sure MAC, the Victoria Beckham, and then the Jaclyn Cosmetics. Those are all so good.
Yeah.
I love, MAC and Victoria Beckham the most, I'd say. The Jacqueline ones just last a really long time. Like, they're really long lasting.
yeah.
And I love the color. Anyway, another thing I want to mention is I thought this was like a plastic sharpenable pencil because mine wasn't turning on the
I was
bottom.
like, Britta, it's Propel Repel, and she's like, well, mine wasn't working. I'm
wasn't
like,
working.
why would you sharpen plastic? Why would you
Sometimes you
attempt?
sharpen plastic.
You never sharpen plastic.
Yes, sometimes you sharpen plastic.
The plastic wrapper, not a plastic, like, supported case.
Well, I don't know. I was just like
Oh my God.
perplexed because it wasn't turning up. So I'm like, do I have to sharpen this? So I just sharpened the crap out of the plastic. So now it like looks really
she
weird.
showed me that, and I was like, why would you
Yeah, this could just be
sharpen
a problem, but I'm just telling you now, don't sharpen it. If it's not turning, just keep going. I don't know why
it's
mine wasn't
Propel
going.
Repel, so it turns up and it turns down, which is
Yeah.
nice. I know a lot of people like I had this talk with my old boss at our last job, and we both loved wooden pencils, and we were like, oh, like this newer generation like loves these types of lip liners,
Right.
but we
I need
both
to
love wooden
hear-
pencils, and we were like both wanted to do a project with a wooden pencil lip liner.
Yeah,
so
I need
bad.
to hear why. If you guys like this type of formula, because wooden pencils to me, I love that when you sharpen them, it's like a brand new formula. It's fresh. It's like, and then it like glides on.
Yeah, I feel like I love the point. Like I don't
It's
love
precise.
how rounded this is. I know we
Yeah.
like put it in our favorites, and now we're like hating.
I love the color. I'll
But
link below
for
the
real-
reel that I did, and I have it
Yeah,
all
I
over
can't
my
tell.
lips so you can see the finish of it, how
Yeah.
it's kind of like that, like Harley said, like
It's
sticky.
not. Yeah, it's not matte. It's
Yeah.
like a little sheen to it.
Yeah, so you can see it in the reel. I'll link below.
For real though, the color is so unique that
Yeah.
it's such a good job on this color. Like we've never found a color that is similar.
we'll move on before we say any more negative things. And then another thing that we tried this, well, we've tried it for a few weeks now, is the Beauty Pie Quick Color Contour Super Gel. We have the shade Light. Ooh, so I got the original Beauty Pie Super Gel when they first launched it years ago, and then they took it off the market and brought it back in a few shades. I love this component. It was in like a shiny black tube. I love this. It's like a matte metallic almost. It's so
Yeah.
pretty. Like the color's so pretty. It's just a sponge tip, similar
it's
to
just
like
matte, but it's nice. Yeah.
similar to like the Charlotte Tilbury component. And this is a true contour gel, I would say. It can be pretty sheer. If you just do like a few dots, it can definitely be sheer.
It's pretty sheer. I did a reel on it. It should go up by the time
yeah.
this goes out.
Yeah.
So we can, or maybe not, but we'll link the reel when it goes live. But it's definitely sheer. Like if
Yeah.
you're looking for a high impact, like the Charlotte Tilbury is way more pigmented. So
I haven't tried that, but the e.l.f. contour one is more pigmented as well. And that one is more like, that one is more of like a creamy liquid,
cream.
and this one is a true gel.
I agree.
But this is the easiest thing to blend I've ever used.
So say it'd be so easy for beginners.
Yeah.
Like it literally, you can't overdo it. Like it's sheer in a good way. Like I don't think it'd be like, I like a lot of these type of products just on their own. I don't always have to go in with the powder on top, but this one I do have to go in with the powder because I just find that it's not enough color for me. But if you're like new to makeup or you are scared of bronzer, like this blended out so seamlessly, and it is a really pretty color and it just looks really nice.
Yeah, it almost has red undertones,
has
which
red,
I feel like complements nearly anyone's
Yeah.
skin tone. Like it doesn't look orange or like muddy ever. And another thing, because I always go with a powder bronzer over top, so one of the things I like the most about this is how thin the formula is. So it's never gonna feel like a heavy layer underneath like your powder products.
I would absolutely love a blush version in this because sometimes I don't like, actually a lot of times I don't like a heavy blush, and I prefer a more like heavy bronzer, and so I would love if they came out with a blush in this because I feel like
so easy to use.
So many liquid blushes are so pigmented, and it's like why? Then I'm like blending, like trying to be careful. Like this would be flawless.
Yeah.
They should do it. Okay, a show favorite we've been dying to share with you guys is Colin from Accounts. You can watch it on Paramount Plus, which is Paramount Plus free.
I don't think anything's
Yeah,
free
we
anymore.
pay for all of them. We're like sad. We love TV. But we discovered the show because we were watching Frasier, and it just like turned on after.
Yeah, it came on after like the screen. It was like Colin from Accounts, and it was this cute couple with like a dog. And we're like, oh, Colin from Accounts.
Yeah, we had like no idea what the premise of the show was.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, let's watch it. And now we're like hooked on the show.
It's so good.
It's created by a husband and wife, like a writing team. And so they created the show, wrote the show, and they star in it. And I think that's so cute.
And they're Australian.
Yeah, they're Australian, so it's all filmed over there, but we think they live in LA.
They live in LA,
Yeah. So it starts off with the girl in the show. What's her name? Why am I blanking?
Ashley?
Ashley, yeah, Ash, yeah. She's crossing the street. She's like late for work. She's in med school, and the main guy in the show, Gordon, he like stops so she can like cross. And she flashes him because she just like is like, oh, like that was nice, like, and she thought it would be funny. It's a really like dry sense of humor, like similar to like the British Office,
yeah,
or like or even if you like Schitt's Creek, I think you would like it.
Yeah,
kind of similar to Schitt's Creek, but a little more like
it's cheeky.
Yeah, cheeky and a little more like adult, I guess. So he gets distracted because she flashes him, and so he doesn't see that there's a loose dog in the road, and we were like, this is not happening, we cannot watch this.
Yeah.
But they don't really like show it.
Yeah.
It's not like graphic, but he ends up hitting the dog, and then they both rush the dog to the vet. The vet is his ex-girlfriend. It's so funny. It's so funny. And so I don't want to, well, this isn't giving anything away because it's the premise, but basically like they decide to keep the dog, and he pays for the $6,000 surgery that he has to have. They name him Colin, and then the rest.
They name him Colin from accounts.
Colin,
it's
Colin
so
from
funny.
accounts, like from accounting.
Yeah, from accounts payable.
Yeah, so funny. And the rest of like the episodes are kind of them like navigating sharing this dog
As strangers.
As strangers, and there's like a living together situation. I won't get into that because I don't want to ruin it. But it's so good. It's so funny. Obviously, there's like a romance that kind of like blossoms. But it's so good. We have been loving it. We only have one episode left.
No, we have two.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have 2 episodes left, and then they have said that they got a season 2, but they haven't filmed it yet, I don't think.
Yeah, there's only 8 episodes, so it's like a really easy watch. If you want to wait until all 8 are out, it should be out in like a couple weeks.
Yeah, but really recommend for a laugh. I'm gonna miss the show once we're like done with it.
Okay, and then our last favorite, sorry, this one is super long-winded, this whole video, but anyway, is People, Brands, and Things. It's an Instagram account. We first saw it when Jen Atkin reposted one of their posts about a new Main Addicts launch, and we follow Jen Atkin, and so I was like, oh, what is this account? And at the time, there were only like a couple hundred followers. Now they're over 1,000 for sure, so it's still a smaller account. But they basically post about any like consumer brand launch in like the food space, beauty, you name it, they post about it. And it's this very like unique style in which they just take like a promo photo and then they write the text on the photo, so you don't have to like read the Instagram caption. It's all in the post, which I feel like is really easy, like as you're scrolling. And they just do like one little blip about what's launched, and it's usually like they'll post it the day that the product comes out, so it's available. So it's just great because they did one about like nothing bundt cakes, and they're like limited flavors, and sometimes if you're not following like those accounts, you won't see those.
Yeah, the Jenny's ice cream flavors that they brought back. And we think that this person works in public relations. They must, because they seem to have like inside scoop.
Yeah, they get like PR
on things too. So it's a great account. We have been loving it. And that's everything this week. We hope you guys had a good week. Sorry, this was so long-winded for our 5 weekly favorites, but we have, like we said, we haven't filmed in a really long time. We got really excited about everything, and we'll see you next week.